So I'm Tim Marsden. I work for Hewlett-Packard, and I'm the Director of Applications and Cloud Enablement within the communications media business. Well, the future is extremely bright for operators. I think it's clear that operators are already making a lot of money just focusing on the connectivity side, providing SIMs, doing large deals with automotive, with healthcare, with all different industries. But if operators can elevate themselves beyond that to take a better share and provide more in the value chain, particularly in the common areas. So if you look at the value chain of a machine-to-machine application today, you'll see that a lot of things, they share a lot of commonalities, such as the data collection, for example, and the databases, the analytics, the billing. And so there's a lot of areas that telcos can extend that value chain. Another key area is in the ecosystem. So today, if somebody wants to sell something, a machine-to-machine application to a vertical market, they're on their own. They've got to do everything. They've got to build the database, they've got to build the application, they've got to try and find the connectivity, etc. So the telco can bring this together and create an ecosystem of developers and provide the common areas that they don't need to invest in, such as the hosting of their application and the billing and the data collection, analytics, those sorts of things, and leave the ISV to focus on the application itself and where they add value. So it helps both. It helps the ISV to save cost and focus on where they're strong, and it helps the telco to get a bigger share of this pie. I think the key challenge is really creating the business case and getting the investment and getting the commitment from the business to think big. It's very easy for them to get the business to look at SIM cards and network connectivity because that's what they're used to. But getting them to think beyond that and think what they could become with building this ecosystem, with building taking a bigger share of the pie in the value chain, and getting the investment from their business to take that forward is probably the biggest challenge. But I think that's something which is necessary. Well, where we see the fastest growth is clearly in the utility side with smart grid. There's huge rollouts going on in smart grid now, just with basic smart metering, so you don't need to go and manually collect the reading. And then it's also expanding as well now into things like home management, energy management, and it's becoming a reality. It's talked about for a long time, but it's great to see it actually happening. Yeah. And in car manufacturing, another key area. Especially with the high-end cars, there's a very, very strong need. We work with a lot of these manufacturers to put in more in terms of infotainment and services in those vehicles for the owners, but also more intelligence in the car to make it better, easier to manage them and protect and secure. Things like sensors for crashes with emergency calling and that sort of thing. So those are the two sectors that we see a lot of activity in. I think the M2M World Conference is a fantastic event. I think it's obviously very well run, very well put together, but most importantly, it helps to bring together the key players in the industry and think beyond their own siloed role, but think more of an ecosystem and really think how we can share ideas and we can help this whole industry to accelerate. As I said, it's amazing how far it's got. With none of this, 15 billion connected devices, if we collaborate and partner and share our experience, we can grow that beyond our imagination. So the M2M World Summit really helps us to achieve that.